this is how to play every single operator in the game. So with Sentry, it's a free operator. You get it whenever you have like a new account or anything like that. Now, what's so special about Sentry is that he has more than one gadget that you can pick any one that you want. And that's the only good thing about him, really. And you can pick whatever you want. And he has a few guns too. I recommend either getting the Commando 9. Uh, it doesn't have a lot of recoil. It does 36 damage. Fire rate is not too fast, but it's good enough. But I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing with his TCSG12 because it does a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure it does 20, or I mean 72 damage, which is a ton of damage because it's kind of like a DMR. And you can have an ACOG with it. An ACOG is just basically like the 1.5s and everything like that. That's what an ACOG is. And you can easily play him. There's not a lot of stuff to talk about with him, but you can make easy rotations with your gadgets, and you can use your gadgets to support your teammates. And supporting your teammates is probably the best thing to do in this game. But if you're a bad player, you won't support your teammates, which is bad. You don't want to be a bad player. You want to be a good player. So more people will want to spot up with you and everything like that. What's really OP with him is that you can have grenades and C4s. Usually that's like a really OP type of loadout, and you just have a good loadout in general. Pretty sure this guy's over here. God darn it, bro. Yeah, well, that's everything about Sentry that you really need to know. And with Sentry, you also want to stay in sight a lot, so don't do what I. Now, here is how you play Smoke. Smoke is a really good operator. You never want to go to submachine gun. You always want to go to shotgun. It's the best pick, and SMG-11 is the best pick as well. Now, this one is pretty much like a aggressive operator. With this smoke charge, you can damage people if they're in it, if they're in their charge. So it's not really OP, and it's not really that like good, but it's pretty good. I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty good. That's what I think. this shotgun, you need to be close up with this shotgun. When you're close up with this shotgun, that's perfect. And what these smoke canisters do is that you have 3, and you can throw them at your enemy, and he will take damage. And it's pretty hard for them to see in all that smoke. And the best thing is to get these barbed wire. These barbed wire makes it so that they damage the enemy when they lock up, and you can throw smoke at the enemy, and they'll be damaged. That's just a really, really good strategy. So yeah. Next is SMG. People say it's an SMG. They say it's an SMG. How to use his SMG-11? It's really, really easy. You just need to control recoil. If you're new to the game, I don't recommend it. It's not too good if you're not good at the game. You need really good aim if you're gonna use it. And the smoke canisters can go through the wall too. They can literally go through the wall. If it's like not a big wall, they can go through it. Which I think is pretty insane. Then we'll move on to the next operator. They're basically the same. They're basically twins. You can call them brothers, whatever. So these ones are very, very much like support operator. So these ones, if anyone is trying to breach them, they can. This can like jammer it and jam it so the breach charge cannot work at all. It'll break it. Well, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would. It's like really hard to go against. If you have an MP or an EMP grenade, will EMP the mute jammer, and the mute jammer will not work anymore. So that's why people always like really use EMPs with their squad, because they know that people are gonna go mute, bandit, anything like that. And it's a really good operator. It's just a support operator. It's not really good if like you want to play aggressive or anything like that. And you should basically just stay in sight the whole entire round, because it's not all about kills with mute. It's really just all about protecting your team, gathering intel, and making it so drones cannot see or go into sight, because they don't know where everybody's at. Mute jammers can mute breaches. They can mute drones, and they can mute everything that's an electronic. So if there's something that's not an electronic, mute cannot jam it. Mute is a really good operator. He's a support operator. I really like him sometimes. His shotgun is really good. These are the best shotguns in the game, so can't really go wrong with these. And next to the next operator. Alright, let's go on to the next operator, which is Castle. Castle has a UMP 45 and a super shoddy. You always want to go to super shoddy and this gun. That's not the primary shotgun. The primary shotgun is only good in a few scenarios. Now with Castle, he's a really good defense operator. You do not want to be roaming with him. He's a support operator and he helps out the team. He makes these. They take 8 hits to break. Alright. He takes 8 hits to break his castle. Every single breach charge in the game can break it though. But with a mute jammer, it's really hard to go against. And you cannot shoot it, which kind of sucks. Like, that actually kind of sucks. And I say go for the bulletproof camera so you can help out your team a little bit. And why you shouldn't go the primary shotgun is because he already has a shotgun as his secondary. His gun does a lot of damage, but it doesn't shoot really fast. But if you're a new player, you don't really need to worry about guns shooting really fast, because if they don't, it's going to make it so there's less recoil, and most new players suck with controlling recoil. And like, I really like him because he can barricade, and he has a really good gun, and he's just a support operator, and I like supporting my team a lot, and as much as I can. So let's go on to the next operator. Next operator is probably the worst one out of this whole entire list. It's Pulse. He has the same gun, I'm pretty sure, as Castle. Now what happens in an 8 or something feet radius, you can see the enemies through the wall. That's their heartbeat. Now because I know, hold up, gotta gather the intel. So he's right there. So now he's dead because I seen his heartbeat through the wall. Now it can be countered really, really goodly. If people aren't close enough, you will not be able to see them. Like if they're like out of an 8 feet radius, you will not be able to see them. So Pulse is like really, really bad, I'm gonna be honest. So I don't recommend playing Pulse. Now, one of the best operators that I really like, every single one of his guns except the shotguns are really, really good. And you have a secondary, and it's really good as well. So I recommend getting his secondary shotgun, and yeah. This gun, he doesn't have an ACOG. No defender ever has an ACOG. So, unless they have a DMR. A DMR is where you can shoot, but you gotta double tap to kill someone. You have to, whenever you hit trigger, it will shoot, but you cannot hold it down unless you're strike back. And strike back is considered cheating, but you know, Siege players never listen to the community or Ubisoft. So, yeah, so I guess you're fine on that. Talk can stim himself and stim other people. Imagine this guy's my teammate. I can stim him. He'll go back to full health. I'm at 62 health. I can stim myself and I'll be at 145 health. That's more than any operator in the game. That's more than their health. So he's a really, really good broken operator, but he doesn't have too much ammo in both of his guns. So that's kind of unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he's a 2-speed, but he's pretty fast for how good he is. He has a good gun like this one. It's like basically a spray gun. It's so good. So, yeah, it's actually like really good. Doc is a really good operator in general, besides all of his guns. His guns are really good. I really like them. So, let's go on to the next operator. Next operator is basically Doc's brother. Now, what he does is he helps your whole entire team. He's a support operator, and he helps your whole entire team. And basically he gives out rook armor that your team can pick up as well. And you pick it up, and then you go to full health. He is a full health. He's a 3 health operator, meaning that if he takes 1 rook armor, then he'll be at 145 health. That is a lot. It takes a lot of bullets for you to kill him if you took the rook armor. Now with your teammates, if they're not a full health operator or like a 3 health operator, they will not be going to 145 health. But you will be if you are a 3 health operator. Let's go on to the next one. Kapkan. This is one of the best guns in the game, to me, on defense. Now you can use these, and these will explode your enemies. And no, it will not show the little laser right there. It's only because you're on the fence. Now, these do like 100 damage, so when your teammate or your opponent walks through, they're gonna die with 2. They're gonna easily die unless they have 145 health. They will not die. So these are really overpowered, but most really good players look like this, and then they just shoot them. And he has a lot. He has 5, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of a lot when you're talking how good these are. And he's kind of a support operator. I do not recommend roaming with him. You can, because his gun is pretty good, but I do not recommend roaming with him. Now let's go on to the next operator. Shit. So Tanchanka is a really bad operator in the state of